If you think you've seen it all in the Caribbean, the Dominican Republic is about to prove you wrong. This is the country where things go overboard, but not in the way you're imagining, and that's exactly where the mystery begins. Are you seeing these images? It looks exaggerated, it looks staged, like the kind of place that only exists in viral videos, but never in real life, right? Well, all of this is real, and almost nobody on Instagram shows it. And here's the question no one asks: why does nobody document this country properly? Is it a lack of interest, a lack of courage, or is there something here that most people would rather not show? Today, you're going to understand. We're going to show you what no one else does, starting with the controversy of ATVs on public streets. You're going to discover what it really means to push the limits in the Dominican Republic. And of course, we're going to show you what you really want to see: a night out exactly as it is. No filters, no poses. And there's more. You'll also understand why so few foreigners choose this destination. Is it because of the access? Is it because of the image the internet created? Or is there a reality here that you can only believe if you see it up close? Stick around until the end, because every minute of this video answers something no one has ever told you. This content is controversial, so before we go on, hit the like button and leave a comment to help this video reach more people. The first thing that grabs your attention in the Dominican Republic isn't the beaches, it's the women. Dominican women have a style that screams zero inhibitions, a bold presence, striking curves, and a way of dressing that seems tailor-made for the heat and the Caribbean temperament. But here's the detail that surprises foreigners. They aren't trying to get attention, they just live like this. In the Caribbean, the beauty standard is different. None of that controlled European aesthetic. Here, it's all about intensity, volume, color, and movement. And when you see women walking down the street, often in clothes that highlight every curve, you understand why so many people say Dominicans go overboard. But there's no malice in that phrase. It's about personality. They talk loud, they gesture, they argue, they laugh, they provoke, they talk back. There's no middle ground. You're either impressed or you're intimidated. The most curious part is that this freedom has nothing to do with the club scene. It's there in the daily grind, at the market, at the beach, on the street, at a simple hole-in-the-wall bar. Everyone expresses themselves without a filter. It's a sharp contrast for those coming from countries where people are ashamed to even raise their voices. And if you think this is improvised, you're wrong. The Caribbean aesthetic is its own style, almost a cultural identity. Long hair, heavy makeup even during the day, tight clothes, and a confidence that acts as a national signature. But that's when the first shock hits for those arriving. Is all of this natural, or is the local culture encouraging this extra lifestyle? Are they really going overboard, or are we just used to a more discreet standard? And that doubt only grows when the sun goes down. But we'll get to that later. What's coming next might surprise you even more. When you arrive in the Dominican Republic, everything seems very peaceful. That classic Caribbean vibe, swaying palm trees, music in the background, people smiling in the streets. But you only need to walk a few blocks off the tourist path to realize there's another country running at the same time. A country where freedom isn't just a concept, it's a daily practice, and sometimes it's a little dangerous. The first scene that usually shocks any foreigner is simple: ATVs driving in the middle of the street as if they were cars. No helmets, no rules, no explanation. And the weirdest part isn't the ATV itself, it's how natural it feels. No one here looks twice. It's as if it's totally normal for an off-road vehicle to cross busy avenues, cut off cars, honk, accelerate between motorcycles, and vanish into the alleys. For someone coming from a country full of laws, signs, and limits, this looks like a badly edited movie. And it doesn't stop there. Dominican streets have their own energy, noisy, impulsive, and full of movement. The traffic is coordinated chaos, cars appearing from nowhere, bikes brushing past you, vendors stopping in the middle of the road, and in the background, that feeling that anything goes. But does it, really? The truth is much more interesting. The Dominican Republic doesn't run on written rules, it runs on tolerance. It's as if the country created a secret balance between total freedom and individual responsibility. This attracts a lot of people, but it scares a lot of people too. For those used to European organization, it's an immediate culture shock. But for those who love living without strings, it feels like a place where improvisation is part of the people's DNA. And there's a provocation here that no one usually makes. Is this true freedom, or is it just carelessness that became a habit? Because what happens after the sun sets might surprise you even more. When the sun goes down, the Dominican Republic completely changes its personality, and that's when many people truly understand what Caribbean intensity is. Dominican nightlife is disorganized, without glamour and without shame, and maybe that's exactly why it impresses so many people. While in other countries people go to enclosed bars, here the street is the bar. The sound comes from everywhere. Every corner has its improvised party, and the energy seems to have no limit. The Dominican women, who already grab attention by day, take on a different stance at night, more confident, more direct, more present. They dance with energy, they look you straight in the eye, and they have zero problem drawing attention to themselves. It's a behavior that breaks all expectations for anyone arriving with an image of a romantic, quiet Caribbean. And the most interesting thing is that there's no middle ground. You either get into the vibe or you feel completely lost. Here, dancing isn't just dancing, it's identity. Music isn't just music, it's a battle of energy. And nobody cares who is filming, watching, or judging. When you look at the Dominican Republic through the internet, everything looks cheap, simple, and accessible. That typical Caribbean paradise where anyone can live well on a budget. But you only need to leave the airport to discover a truth that almost no influencer talks about. The island isn't that cheap, and that's where the shock begins. Emphatically, the values and a financial alert. The first thing that scares tourists is the price of food. In tourist restaurants, especially in Punta Cana, Bávaro, and the beach areas, a simple dish can cost double what you'd pay in other countries. A typical lunch easily clears $15 to $20, and a seafood meal can easily hit $40, $50, or even $60. Don't expect cheap water either. Everything's marked up because it's a tourist zone. And this creates a strange sensation. You're in a Caribbean country but paying European prices. Everything looks incredible, and it is, but the final price tag always shocks those who believe the Dominican Republic would be a budget destination. The truth is simple. Life is one thing for those who live here and something completely different for tourists. And that's exactly what leaves the final question in the air. Is the Dominican Republic worth the price? Is it worth paying more to experience a Caribbean that is intense, exaggerated, and unpredictable? Or is this the kind of place that only makes sense for those who like living without rules and without worrying about the cost? The answer, as always, is up to you. By this point in the video, you've probably realized that the Dominican Republic is nothing like the Instagrammable Caribbean the world sells. Here, the natural paradise shares space with behavior so intense, so exaggerated, and so spontaneous that it feels like it was created in a laboratory of chaos. And that's exactly what makes the experience so memorable. By day, you see perfect beaches, turquoise water, rows of lounge chairs, but you only need to turn the corner, enter a local neighborhood, or simply sit in a plaza for the Dominican essence to appear. Loud music, people talking with energy, kids running, cars honking, bikes fighting for space, and a joy that has no limit. And now I want to know, would you have the courage to face the real Dominican Republic? Not the resorts, but the streets? Leave your comment below. What do you think?